Hi, this is Samina Sheikh here on Zoom channel, and with me today I have Shael Oswal. So join me as I welcome him only on Zoom as he's going to introduce his new music to the world of music. I must say that. So join me as I welcome him right now only on Zoom. Lovely to have you, Shael. And
thank you. I'm more than overwhelmed to be on this show. Yeah. Thank you.
And I must say that it's like, as I could also, hear you out, it's like, reconnecting with Zoom, with once again a comeback in a way. This song has been, like, it's not like you have not done work in the world of music, but this counts as like a proper comeback to the world of music. How it has been for you?
It has been a little tough journey because actually I lost in touch with the music for the longest time. I was very much in that dilemma that shall I do, shall I not? So sometimes you go in that shell.
Yeah.
So I was in that kind of a difficult situation in my life and very confused. I had, I have so many songs right now actually already been, produced, made since last 2 years. But then I was just thinking, I don't know if I, come and I have no marketing to do. There's no team. Alone uploading videos on YouTube won't help.
Yeah.
You need that, marketing sense to actually, make the sound, go forward and to be heard from different people and everything. But then I found this wonderful person actually, I met, who actually I knew from last 2 decades. So Parul, her name is.
Okay.
And so Parul inspired me. She came to Dubai, and I just moved to Dubai recently from Singapore. I was there for last 15 years. So I moved to Dubai, and I think Dubai kind of changed me. And then I met Parul. She's like, Shael, you do the singing, I'll do the marketing. Don't worry. I said, great. So I think that comfort level, came in, and then I was like, okay. Then one night, having my drink and I got in that beautiful zone. I started remastering my songs and I called up Parul. Parul, I'm all set. So which song? I said, we'll do Rabba Kare. I think that's a song which actually I feel is my comeback. And that's how, I'm here.
So I have to know from you, you prefer writing your own lyrics also, or like do you consider like having a lyricist, doing the job for them?
Actually, I do have lyrics, playing on my mind, but I'm not a good writer. So I think I leave that department to my other part of my team.
Okay.
So there's a very beautiful lyricist. Actually, he's worked for me previously also in one of my other songs. His name is Vimal Kashyap. So he's a fantabulous writer. So I called Vimal in the middle of the night around 2:33 from Dubai. I told him, look, Vimal, we have to do a song. I have a concept on my mind. It has to be Hindi and Punjabi, because actually I'm a Punjabi, but I unfortunately can't speak Thet Punjabi, I understand Punjabi. But then my songs have been, even previously I've done songs which are very easy and easy to understand, even Punjabi. So Vimal was like, I have something, Shael, which give me some time, give me 2-3 days, and I'm going to send you something. So he sent me the first draft of lyrics. I was like, maza nahi aa raha. Then he's like, okay, what do you want? I said, I want something like the essence of Hiriye. That the lyrics should be a little nostalgic, that 90s kind of feel. So he's like, okay. So then he started working on something really special for me, and then he sent me the lyrics for Rabba Kare.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I was like, it's a very easy flowing lyrics which will go very well with the audience. And then came the music team. So now the music composer is a very old friend. His name is Vidut Goswami. He's done my earlier song called Sonia Hiriye.
Yeah.
So I contacted him. I called up at 4 in the morning. So I'm sorry, I'm little, I work kind of late night, so it's like for me, music tab jagta hai mere andar. So then I called him at 4 and he's like, itna late phone kar rahe, maine koi problem nahi, sun lo. So I told him that, look, we have to do a song. I already have the lyrics. So I'm sending the lyrics to you. Go through it and you make a melody for me. So I had this, a little kind of some melody running in my mind. So I told him, this is what I want. So then, he kind of brainstormed in different melodies, different genre. He gave me a very mellow song, mellow melody. I said, no. Then he gave me a very rockish. I said, no. He said, what do you want? I said, I want something electronic, a lot of guitars and stuff are happening. This is like today's Gen Z I want. He's like, okay, give me some time. Then the music came. Then we compiled everything together. And that's how Rabba Kare was created.
What made you, have Urvashi Rautela for this one?
Actually, Urvashi was not my first choice. We had contacted a few names, but they said no, we won't work with this artist because he's not known anymore. and I was a little taken aback. I was like, wow, this is what is happening, you know. And it's true, because in today's time is more of engagement, followers, you know, what's happening with the artists, you know, how much they're seen in the social media and, you know, in the public. And I'm a little kind of conservative in my approach. I'm very introvert. But then through one of a good friend, so I told him that, just try to find out Urvashi is available.
Yeah.
And then Urvashi, when she heard the song, she instantly said yes, because her mom is a very big fan of my music. So her mom kind of pushed her in that, look, no, you have to do a video with Shael.
True.
You know, I mean, so that's, I mean, thanks to her mom. So I think she came to Dubai and we met, and I think she actually, she's a very, she has her own comfort zone. She's very comfortable to work with. I had a good time because I know Honey also very well. And I met Honey Singh, and so we discussed about Urvashi, and because she's done a couple of videos with him. So I think that space was there, you know. And so then Urvashi was like, yeah, let's do it. And 2 days we shot in Dubai. And then my wife actually, you know, she thought of a beautiful screenplay, the story for this song. We didn't want to show Urvashi as what Urvashi's been doing, like, you know, wearing the short dresses and jumping, you know, dancing in the streets, right? So for this particular song, for this video, we wanted her to be very subtle in her approach. So a lot of close-ups, smiling faces, and a beautiful story happening. So I think, and she loved it. She's like, you know, this is a new avatar for me, you know, something which I've not done before. And it's a romantic song, which also she, I think, did after the longest time. And so then, I think, yeah, the whole thing was very positive. We had this nice positive energy on the sets, and yeah, we shot it for 2 days, and yeah, that's it.
And I have to ask you, like, you know, having Urvashi Rauchal, and as you said, like, of course, you know, having her for the song and all, she's done some, you know, songs in the past also.
Yeah.
Did you go through her work? Did you see, like, you know, the songs she has done?
I have seen her 2 songs. One was Love Dose with Honey. And I have seen her work for a movie called Sanam Re, I think. You know, Sanam Re, that song, you know, something, I remember the melody. So I think she looked very nice, because my zone of this song is very much to Sanam Re. So then we felt, you know, that she will definitely, you know, fit in this song. That's how I think, otherwise I have not seen much of her work. But these 2 songs kind of made me realize, me and my wife, that, you know, we can take her, because she will, you know, definitely do justice to the whole song. And that's how things happened, you know, and she came in, and yeah.
But, you know, as you said, like, you wanted to have this concept of Gen Z, you know, and, you know, bringing that, you know, kind of a vibe. And as I could see, it's completely a love story kind of a song, which, you know, she falls in love with, you know, and how the equation happens between both of you, the way she's taking the pen from you, she's like trying to figure out her own life, and then you come into picture. Why Gen Z?
No, Gen Z is for the music. Because if you hear this song, the track has a lot of electronic guitars, and it's a very upbeat song. I have not done any song in the past which is romantic or heartbroken with so much of, you know, like, you know, that the rhythm. So the rhythm is very Gen Z. You know, you can dance. I mean, even this song can be played in lounges. It can be played, I think, maybe in, you know, some parties. You know, it's got that feel, that zone. If the DJ has to increase a little bit of the speed of the song, I think it'll go well with the clubs also. So I wanted to keep a little upbeat. So that is where I feel that it's today's sound. You know, I mean, if you hear it properly, you will feel that it's a romantic song, but it has that nice vibe, you know, like which Gen Z enjoys, you know, for reels, and, you know, where they can dance, you know, they can do all that, you know, masti wala na, all those stuff. So yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
But also, you know, as you talk about this song, you know, I have to ask you that, you know, you tried, you know, with the music and all. In current times, do you feel that music also can get lost? You know, can be easily forgotten also. And to keep up that quotient, you know, in the minds of people is also a task, because, you know, social media is there, like, now your song has come, within, you know, few hours would be some other song, you know, and that transition is becoming so, like, you know, fast, it's so fast paced. To keep that, you know, like, earlier I remember that, you know, even an old song of Rafi Saab would be like, people would talk for years and years, like, oh, till date, like, people speak about, you know, Meri Bigi Bigi Si, or, like, you know, Lata Mangeshkar songs and all. But now when we are trying to keep a track of songs, it gets lost a bit. Do you feel so?
It does. I think you're absolutely right with that. I feel the content is a lot. I mean, I think there's so much of content. Every day you have a new musician, launching his or her videos on YouTube or, streaming platforms. But I feel, if you do something like, with a lot of honesty and dedication, it does reach and it stays forever. It stays for the longest time. I feel that because melodies take time to grow, but when they start growing on you, they will stick to you. And I'm not being too pompous about my Rabba Kare. I've never been, of my songs. I have actually made this song with a lot of honesty, keeping good lyrics in mind, keeping music in mind. And, for me, it's not that, okay, I'm doing this song, let it be a hit. Maybe thinking of that hit factor. No, it's a song. My heart told me, look, Shael, do it. And rest, just leave it to the universe. Whatever happens for the best. So I think, but yeah, there's a lot of content. And, when you launch one song, then suddenly some other song is coming up. But, but if a song is good, it does make its own aura, I mean,
but do you feel that it impact earlier it used to be versus now? Be it, even movies, for that matter. Earlier, a movie would stay, with you. You would still like recollect, oh my God, this had this had this.
Yeah.
The song had this. Now that impact of, anything which is content, basically is kind of, going down.
It is. To some extent, it is.
Yeah.
I think you have to, but I don't know. I've never, never believed in that space because I belong to that era of musicians where actually, distributor days. We used to have cassette CDs happening. Magna Sound was the company who launched my first album, and I met Alisha Chennai, I met Shan Sagrika. We sit down, chat, we discuss about music, and but I think with time, with generation. Everything changes. But I think I just do it, whatever I feel comfortable with. I don't really follow what's happening in today's time. I'm doing something what I love, and I feel that it will, surely make its own space somewhere. But and competition is something which I'm completely, never scared of. Why? Because I've never competed with anybody. I do my own competition with myself, with my own songs, because I think every singer has a different liking for music. They have their own voice. Like for me, I have never copied anybody. I've always tried to be in my own zone. जैसे लोग बोलते हैं कि this guy is singing like this, wish I could sing like him. It's fine. You manifest about something you want to do, right? But there's no harm. But I think it's very important to have your own voice. So that competition is completely with me. So even the reels are happening, I'm happy if the song is on trending. It's good. You feel good about it. But then you're like, okay, now so many songs are coming up. But there has to be, right? Because now the market is opened. You have like, every kid on the block, who has a software at home. They have their own home studios and they, create songs and they can upload in their own YouTube channel. They have the opportunity to upload songs on streaming platforms. They don't need to go to all these, big elephants like the music companies, right? I mean, they can just do everything on their own. I think that's something which is very good, I feel. You can make your own subscriber base. You can make your own fan following. So even there is a positive aspect also, to this social media. So I believe in that, So for me, like, like if too
maybe
many songs
reviving in a way.
Yeah, I think I have seen that actually. I have, I think with this journey, I also have met, I have also come across a lot of negativity, with these issues, So that's what made me actually kind of, just take a little backseat for some time, think about it. I was, brainstorming, what should I do, how should I plan? So, but yeah, I think, but it's good to see a lot of songs coming in. And good songs, if they are there. I mean, I think very few songs actually which you, and some songs are trending even, like you just listen once and you're like, why it's trending? Maybe the marketing is too strong, And that is very important because I think marketing is a major key factor as in today's time. हमारे time में नहीं था इतना, we were like, just launch a song. MTV used to play or
like
Channel V.
Yeah.
Now you have so many departments. You have to promote your song through different platforms. You have to make sure it reaches in the right playlist. It reaches to the right audience.
And
So
maybe
that has changed.
that's
That
the
is,
reason the marketing is done so well right now that it's trending on Instagram and on YouTube.
I honestly, I'm being very honest to you. I just came to know today because I'm very bad with my social handles. So
Okay.
I've given my team to handle it. I don't really check my Instagram, and I don't really care what's happening on my Instagram. So I've given my team, but they told me just I didn't even know how to click on the Rabba Kare trending. So नहीं वो arrow होगा एक. मैंने arrows तो पहले भी देखे मैंने. You know, तो I didn't even know that. Honestly, I'm being very honest to you. So then Parul told me, no, you click on Rabba Kare. There's an arrow. It means it's trending. So then I clicked. I saw, okay, great, yeah. I mean, it's just, I'm glad that the song is trending on Insta. It feels nice, but for me, the more happy I will be when people will tell you or tell somebody else. So like people that have you heard that song?
Yeah.
This is when the song is a hit. This is when actually the word of mouth. Like I remember when Hiriye came out, for 1 month the song was just lying, and suddenly in the month of November, just before Deepavali, the song picked up because melodies take little time, to pick up. I think they naturally have a sense of growing. They do grow on you. Like a good song will grow on you. But it's trending. It's a good sign. I'm happy. Thank you so much, everybody. But I think, but let's see. I think I have a long way to go. I think it's just a song which is out, and I have a lot of other songs which I'm planning, a good one. So yeah, hope for the best.
I have to ask you this also, Shael, like you had taken a proper break from the industry, and sometimes, as we also work, back to back with industry, it can get on your nerves, you can't like live up to the expectations set by a lot of people around you.
Yeah.
What made you take that break, and what were you doing in that break?
I actually have my coal mining business. I was living in Singapore for the last 15 years. I have my coal mines in Indonesia. So we are, we export coal to, kind of Southeast Asian nations. And so I was very busy with that particular business. I still am. But then music was always close to me, was always in my heart. But I was too scared to come out. I was in that shell. I was thinking, forget it. Okay. I've done it, So I used to feel bad sometimes. I was like, what am I doing? It's like my passion. And for me, okay, money is important even in this music business. But the first factor is that, it's something which I love. And when I sing a song, it's not about, okay, how many streams the song will get. Spotify will pay me how much per stream.
True.
Okay, YouTube will pay me how much revenue. The complete process of releasing a song is that it should reach to, a lot of people's heart, and, and they should like the song, enjoy the song, and then the revenue stream, starts building up on its own.
Yeah.
So I was very much busy in that part of my business, but also I didn't forget music, but I was slightly in the dilemma that how will I market my product? Because marketing is, it's very important. It's like, you have to be extremely aggressive, and I've seen that now. I mean, what I see, how things are happening, and if you don't market your product, you'll be nowhere.
That's
People will just forget you, and what Parul told me, I'm being very honest to you, we're having a very candid conversation. Parul told me that, Shael, look, people have forgotten this face. They have to know that you are still alive. I got a comment day for yesterday on my YouTube. Is this guy still alive?
Okay, yeah.
They thought I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
But don't you also feel that this does happen in industry? Like, people come, they do get good fame also, and there are such names, and like really like renowned people who really lose the track, and they have suddenly disappeared, and then they just come back, and then you're like, where they were actually. And that does happen. Do you feel that, probably, because you see, like you are a part of industry, I'm a part of the industry, sometimes it could get taxing while trying to live up to the expectations set out of us?
People do expect a lot from you, and especially after Hiriye, I had a lot of expectations. I cancelled my shows. I went in that very, very depressive state of mind in my life, my personal life. I was going through a divorce, and and it was very bad because my kids are very small, and when I open when I see here, I see that Hiri is doing so well, but here I am cancelling all my shows. I had a world tour. I had a Universal at Planet India tours. So there were a lot of expectations from me. You know, people started abusing me. They're like, you know, what he thinks of himself. You know, he's cancelling shows and he's doing back to back. He's hiding somewhere. So you know, I think I have learned through this journey that I did maybe, you know, after Hiri's success, you know, it did come on my mind. It did, like, you know, okay, now the song is a hit. And then God just hit me on my back. He's like, you better stay down, you know. So universe kind of blew me off. Look, okay, your song is doing well, but you got to take care of this life also. So expectations that time were a lot for me, because people told me that, you know, you got this beautiful song which is doing so well all over globally, and you know, you should keep on coming with new songs. And but I was hiding, I was lost. You know, even that was a phase that happened, but that was a very bad phase. Actually, I learned through that journey, you know. But this phase, what happened right now, it was okay. It was a phase where I was very busy in my other part of the business, and people were still expecting from me that, you know, where is this guy? Like, you know, my fans, like, following me for so many years, and they're like, you know, where is Shael? We want to hear him. Like in my earlier videos on YouTube, they should comment that, sir, we want to see you with a new song. But I was like, you know, yeah, I mean, we'll do it. And so I think, you know, just gradually,
it's like
I think
basically going with
yeah, expectations are there, definitely. I think, but I don't take it too seriously. I think if I start taking it too seriously, then my creative part will be affected, you know.
That's true.
Because I won't be able to make a song if people start telling me, you know, you make Hiriye 2, which is impossible. I've already made Hiriye. DDLJ is made once, you can't make DDLJ again. I mean, Shah Rukh did try to make Dilwale, but it bombed, right? So I think I can't do that, because that essence has already been created. So now create the same perfume, you know, I think it's not possible. It's difficult.
You also recently expressed of facing some, you know, threats and all, you know, in Punjab, and what exactly happened? If you could...
Oh, no. Those weren't threats. Those were like actually after Hiriye, I met this bunch of jokers, actually, these companies, you know, the event management companies, and they were like shell companies actually. So they had, you know, Punjab mein actually kya hota hai ki wahan par na jealous factor bahut hai. So what I have seen, like, you know, people, they can't appreciate, you know, other people doing well. Because I belong to Punjab. I know exactly what Punjab is. Now, obviously, you know, newcomers are there, but, you know, the vibe is still the same. So I'm not going against, like, you know, Punjab or something, but this is what I feel. So, you know, people, they make a lot of false promises to you. You know, कि हम पाजी ये कर लेंगे, हम वो कर लेंगे, तुसी great हो, तुसी अच्छे आ जाओ, ये कर लो, you know. So then I, you know, met these few jokers, and, you know, they kind of promised me that, you know, they will do something good for me, and I wasted a lot of money on them. So even that part made me very depressed. It made me go in that shell. I'm like, what the hell is happening? My song is doing so well, album is doing so well, Universal is minting money, and, you know, they're very happy about the whole thing. And look at these guys, you know, out of this crazy jealousy factor, you know, they are trying to, you know, put me down. That, chal kaise gaya? You know, so those things started happening. Yeah, so it was a very, very strange and a very, like, you know, maybe God wanted me, maybe universe wanted me to learn, you know, that now, look, this is the time you have to learn. Abhi bahut, you have stayed, you know, very, you know, like kind of in your own dormant way, but now you have to be active.
True.
You know, you have to be now, you have to see the road. Which road are you traveling in? That's a good lesson. I think everybody goes through a certain phase in their lives, and I think there's nothing bad about it. There were no threats. It was just maybe, you know, like false promises, you know, keeping the other person, you know, feel bad about it, you know, like just lying, and, you know, those deceptive, you know, those things happening, you know, I don't know, it's crazy. So, but I'm out of it.
But do you also feel that in India itself, like, it's very competitive to even, like, you know, kind of, you know, wade through what you want, basically. Like, you know, it's not that easy, you know, competition is way too high. Everyone has their own, you know, mindset, and, you know, everyone has their own, you know, games also to play to be at the top. And to, you know, pave a, you know, way on that, you know, it's very difficult, especially like the industry where we belong. Now, even actors, get unrecognizable.
Very true. I mean, so much of talent. I've seen so many talented people, like, who I feel that they should have reached to that, achieve that fame in their life, but they haven't. I think maybe Venus, the fame star, isn't shining too heavy on them. So I used to believe in it. I used to tell my wife, Samisha, yaar, ho sakta hai ki shayad, the Venus is kind of angry with me, I wish, I get this Venus shining on me like Heere happened, But, then I think it takes time, and you have to, you have to keep on working, you don't know when, what will click, Like I had too many songs, I had so many songs, before Heere. They did reasonably well. I did a lot of fast songs, a lot of drum and bass, but Heere was like a breakthrough, so you don't know what's going to happen, right?
And as we talk about this industry, and specifically as you said, like, it completely depends. Samisha herself was an actress.
Correct.
She let go of her career when she also, got married to you.
Yeah.
She had to let go of that career. Was that, a choice basically more so because the industry is like that where you really can get lost?
Samiksha actually, she wanted to, come into different, mode of art, rather than acting. So she wanted to start curating stories for me.
Okay.
And she's a very good storyteller. She writes very well, and her vision is very, very pure. And she knows framing very well. She's a good, because she's done movies.
Yeah.
And she, and she knows how cinema works, how, camera works and everything. And she's shot a lot of videos. Actually, she did, during lockdown, we did this song called Tere Naal. And that was completely my maid and my assistant. They had this Sony camera. So we shot, and she used to, set up the framing and everything, and just, we used to go and start shooting. So I think her vision is very pure.
Okay.
So she doesn't regret acting, because she was never, obviously she loved acting, but then she wanted to change her, mindset completely. We have a small baby, then she became a mother, and, she had to be very much there with the baby, right? He's going to be 2 now. So I think that was something which, she told me that, look, my choice is now, writing. My choice is now, if you make a song, I want to curate that song. I want to do a screenplay for that song. So we have this company in, called SSO Productions. We just recently did a movie with Mano Vajpayee. It's called Bhaiya Ji.
Yeah.
And we're planning a couple of more movies in the near future. And we have this amazing film called Max Bin Miyazaki, which is under release. It's not been released now. So we're working on a good platform. Let's see what happens. So it's so we have our own journey. We thought about it that we are artists. We should also be producing movies. And she's very good with that because she understands cinema. Like for me, I'm too scared of Bollywood. Like, I can't understand the manipulation, the conspiracy goes in Bollywood. I'm a simple guy who likes to sing, make songs, and just reach out to the maximum audience as possible. Yeah.
You found love again in the middle of all the chaos you were going through.
Yeah.
How the journey was for you?
Actually, I again was in a very bad phase from 2016 till 2019 till I met Samiksha. 2016, my father, he suddenly get the news that he's no more. He got a major heart attack in Russia. And that really kind of saddened me because I was very close to him. And then, and my kids, they had moved to the US with my ex-wife. So my son was very unhappy. He didn't want to go. He's like, very close to me. Dad, I have to. I said, look, you go, Shivam. It's fine. Get the experience, get the vibe of the US, of US in San Francisco. So, he wasn't doing well in studies. He was very, in that low zone in his life. And I also was very in that low phase because I really used to miss them a lot. I was very alone because I didn't have too many friends in Singapore. Okay. I used to go to the office, come back home and just, do my own stuff or whatever. And I started drinking a lot. I started, I was a lot into alcohol. Like, used to finish one bottle of maybe champagne, wine, and eat a lot of bad things, having a lot of sweets, and, my whole health was affecting me. I was working out, but again, I was in that very, you understand, right? In that zone where...
Bitter, basically, a phase.
Phase. And, father passed away. Yeah. There was nobody.
A turmoiled phase, basically.
Yeah, I don't really get along well with my mom. So there was only a father who I used to talk to and open my heart with. So, and things were bad. And then 2019, I was shooting for this song in Canada, Montreal. So then I met Samiksha, you know. So we connected. She was the model actually in my video. So she came. I was hosting a dinner, so she came, and you know, it was very instant because you know she belongs to Punjab. So we had that beautiful connection. We spoke. We were discussing a lot of things, movies, and she has a son from a previous marriage who lives in Canada, in Toronto, and started talking to me about her son. Then I shared my, my daughter and my son's, things or whatever, and that's how we connected. And then I told her, you come to Singapore, and then she moved to Singapore with me, and then lockdown happened. So then she was stuck with me. Then we thought we'll get married. We went to the Gurdwara, and we registered our marriage in the local registrar of marriage in Singapore. And yeah, that's it. Then 3rd July is my father's birth anniversary. So that day we got married.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so I kept that day as a marriage. So that's, but yeah, she changed me. She changed my perception about life, about health, a lot of things. I'm very positive now, and she's a wonderful person. I think I'm not flattering about her, but I think as a person she's very nice. मतलब उनमें ना कोई Bollywood का वो नहीं आया, असर नहीं आया कि you know that कि यार
aura of that.
मतलब हाँ, she's a very simple, very home loving person, you know, and she likes to be home. She's like me. We like home food. You know, we call our friends home only. We don't really go out too much. So a lot of similarity, you know.
Yeah.
And like, you know, she's a Libran, I'm a Gemini, and Geminis, Librans, you know, they go very well.
Oh, Gemini. I'm a Gemini too.
Yeah, so I think you know, Geminis and Librans, I mean, they
really
get along,
go well. Yeah,
they go well
yeah,
because Geminis, you know, they are little aggressive sometimes in their approach. So Librans kind of console them, you know. So they make them relaxed, you know. And but yeah.
And like before I let you go, what are your upcoming projects you're focusing on? What do you want to like look up to?
I am right now, kind of in that zone of promoting Rabba Kare. But I think now it's done. The video is out. You know, now it's the audience. You know, they have to decide whatever will happen for the good. My next song, I've actually written this song for a person called Salman Khan.
Okay.
You know, I am the biggest admirer. I just love him a lot. And I have manifested that, you know, about doing a song for him.
Oh, okay.
So I wrote this song. I've written this song myself, first time. And no, second song. It's called Suno. It's a beautiful acoustic on a guitar, romantic song. And so I don't know. I've seen him a couple of times, but I've never got the opportunity to meet him.
Oh, okay.
So I feel that if he gives 10 minutes of his life to this song, maybe you take it or not, but give your blessings or just listen to the song, I'll be very happy.
Yeah.
So that is something which I've, you know, when I was singing the song, I kept Salman Bhai in my zone, you know, that this is the song for him. So that is something which I'm looking forward to. We are trying, you know, that because Bhai is very busy, obviously. So we're trying to, you know, find out ways to meet him, just to sit with him and just chat with him, you know. I mean, on music, I heard that he has a brilliant ears for music. You know, he loves.
He himself also gets into it, like singing.
Yeah. So that is something I'm looking forward to. But again, Suno is a song. If it doesn't happen with Salman Bhai, but still I'm going to release a song as a single. You know, and so that song I think we are planning to release December 2nd week. I think maybe 3rd week just before the Christmas, and we are roping in Remo D'Souza as the director. And we are in talking terms with Alaya, Pooja Bedi's daughter. So the team is talking to her team. So let's see what happens. You know, still we just started. It was just we were just brainstorming whom to take. So I really want to work with her. I think she goes very well with this.
The entire
yeah. So this is my second song. I think I'm going to plan. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's lovely to know, and it was lovely chatting with you also.
Same here.